At 7:15, the city of Chicago continues to see more gun violence on a daily basis. 15 people were shot on Monday alone. Another 20 were shot last weekend. It's a deadly trend that usually only gets worse when it gets warmer outside.
Join us now via Zoom is Chicago Police Superintendent David Brown. Good morning, Superintendent.
Good morning.
Good morning, Larry. Lauren, good morning to you both.
Thanks for joining us. I've covered, since I've been reporting in Chicago, I've covered 5 different police superintendents, each with their different strategies for heading into the warmer months. Unfortunately, we still traditionally see this surge. So what can be done differently, do you believe?
Well, of course, we're working within a global pandemic and a social justice movement, and our courts have been not having jury trials for what is now a year. And so because officers are not judge, juror, or jailer, we're having to take as many guns off the street, put as many violent offenders in jail, and we're doing all this in the most dangerous time to be a Chicago police officer. Over 20 officers have been shot at or shot, 3 shot within the last 2 weeks. So we're facing dangers, but I could just tell you, the men and women of the Chicago Police Department are running toward danger. They're doing all they can to save lives. One of the things that can be done is that we can work more closely with the community, that our violence interrupters and street outreach can calm some of the conflicts that we have in our community that's often resolved with gun violence. And so there's many things that we can do, but this week our courts began to slowly open. So the full effectiveness of the criminal justice system hopefully will come into play on the back end as it relates to holding people accountable for consequences related to violent crime.
Yeah, and what about consequences as it relates to carjackings? Are you happy with the consequences fitting the crime?
So we've arrested over 370 people for carjacking-related crime. That includes vehicular hijacking, criminal trespass to vehicle, and felony possession of a stolen vehicle. A large portion of those arrests are young people that go through the juvenile justice system, and they don't have the same consequences that the adult system has. But we need strong consequences regardless of your age if you're going to carjack someone. So the officers are obviously making a lot of arrests, but we're not satisfied with the consequences. I think we all need to see more strict consequences for violent crime like carjacking, robbery, and obviously homicide.
So how does that get accomplished? Because I'm sure you're aware of so many different blogs that follow crime in Chicago. They're pointing to the state's attorney's office saying the consequences simply aren't there for the crime. Is it in terms of working more closely with the state's attorney's office, applying more pressure? How can that be accomplished?
I think one thing is that pointing the finger is not helpful. I think we need to establish a stronger relationship with the state's attorney's office. We do work well with the state's attorney, but we can build stronger cases. We can also do the type of things in the community as well to have people come forward as witnesses much more than they do. So it's a lot of things that need to happen, but pointing the finger is not one of them.
Yeah, real quick, Superintendent, before we get to recruitment here that you want to talk about, can I ask you about the pipe bomb situation this morning? Do we have anything in way of a motive of where this guy was coming from?
So we have a deceased person whose father was concerned about him because he hadn't heard from him. And when we arrived at the apartment, the body had been decomposing. So he had been deceased for some time. And we discovered a hazardous material that it can be used as an explosive along with bomb making material. We are just beginning our interviews with neighbors, friends, and family. We don't yet know the motive for any of this. The cause of death has not yet been determined by the medical examiner, so we're just at the beginning stages, but we have removed the material from the home and disposed of it, so the area is safe for the public, at least to hear that portion of it.
Superintendent Brown, you're in the middle of a major recruitment process. Talk to us about that and what type of candidates that you're looking for.
So we're having a test for Chicago police officers in June. The process closes to apply April 9th. We're looking for candidates between 21 and 40 years old, as your screen shows, and we're looking for people to be the change. We are embracing our criticism. We are wanting to change the culture of policing here in Chicago, and we are asking candidates who want to sign on to, I believe, the best department in the country to be the change our culture, embrace criticism, and improve the outcomes of public safety in this community.
Right, Superintendent Brown, thanks so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Superintendent. Hey, Paul.